I'll call this public meeting to order. This is a public meeting. This public meeting is required under the Planning Act to afford any person an opportunity to make representation with respect to a proposed zoning bylaw amendment for lands known as 134-136 Manor Road. The proposal is for a residential development containing one two-story semi-detached dwelling. Before we begin, members of the public are advised that if a person or public body does not make an oral submission at the public meeting or make a written submission to the Corporation of the City of St. Thomas before the bylaws are passed, the person or public body is not entitled to appeal the decision of Council of the Corporation of the City of St. Thomas to the Ontario Land Tribunal. Further, if a person or public body does not make oral submission at the public meeting or make written submission to the Corporation of the City of St. Thomas before the bylaws passed, the person or public body may not be added as a party to the hearing of an appeal before the Ontario Land Tribunal unless, in the opinion of the tribunal, there are reasonable grounds to do so. Those wanting to be notified of the decision should email customer service at customerservice@stthomas.ca and provide their name and address. Those who do not have access to a computer and wish to be notified should call customer service at 519-631-1680, extension 0, and provide the same information. Does any member of council have disclosure of interest concerning any of the matters before us this evening? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, what method of notice and when was the notice given to the public for this meeting? Thanks. That was September 20th. In accordance with council policies, notice was emailed to the property owners within 120 meters of the subject property. I'd like now to introduce the Manager of Planning Services, Jim McComb, provide background information on the proposal and present the draft bylaw. Jim, floor is yours.
Thank you, Your Worship. It's a pleasure to be with Council tonight. On the screen, you should see in front of you the my opening slide with the key map showing where the subject lands are located. They're on the south side of Manor Road, just south of the intersection with Lucas Road. This is a lot that came together as a result of some development essentially surrounding it. And so the applicants would like to extend the current zoning that applies to all of these lots to the southwest permits semi-detached dwellings and simply want to extend that onto this lot for the proposed development. Next slide shows the development plan for the lots. As you can see, it'll be a semi-detached plan, 2 houses. The lot will eventually be subdivided down the middle after the house is built. So the first part of the amendment states that zoning map 27 to the bylaw is further amended by zoning the lands shown and outlined in heavy solid line here too as R3-31, and that is the zoning designation that applies to the lands to the southwest. This schedule should be added to and form part of bylaw 50-88 and be known as special zoning map 27-15. Copy of that special zoning map 27-15, noting the subject lands in the heavy solid line. Part 2 states that the provisions of subsection 7.5.31 and any other applicable provisions of this bylaw shall apply to the lands and buildings and structures within the R3 zone, but shall apply to the lands that are shown in Schedule A here too. And finally, in anticipation of the eventual consolidation of bylaw 50-88 and all amendments thereto, Schedule B is hereby adopted, being map part 33 to the bylaw, to include all the changes made to the map by amendments to date, including this amendment. And this is that consolidated map part. The subject lands being located up in this northerly section of the map, going into the R3-31. And that is a draft of the amendment, Your Worship. It's fairly quick and easy one.
Thanks very much, Jim. Madam Clerk, do you have any written submissions on the proposed changes?
Your Worship, we have received no written submissions.
Do any members of council have any questions on the proposed submission? Seeing none, we will now open the meeting to questions from the public. For those attending who have not already submitted their concerns or comments to the city, if you're listening on your computer, tablet, or smartphone, please click the raise hand icon. If you have called into the meeting using a telephone, please dial 9. The questions will be taken in sequential order. When given the opportunity to speak, please provide your name, address for the clerk's record. I see we have Tracy Tucker from Doug Terry Developments. Tracy?
Hi, I'm just here in case there's other questions that need to be asked or answered.
Great, thanks. We appreciate your participation. Any other questions from the public for the second time? Any questions from the public for the third time? Seeing none, do any members of council have anything further that they wanted to say in this regard? In my opinion, the public has been given fair opportunity to express their views regarding the proposal. Everyone has now been given the fair opportunity to express their views. If there are no further questions, please be advised that any person wishing further information on the actions of council regarding the passing of a bylaw for the proposed amendment should email customer service at customerservice@stthomas.ca and provide their name and address. Those who do not have access to a computer and wish to be notified should call customer service at 519-631-1680. Press extension 0 and provide the same information. This public meeting is now concluded.